And welcome to episode 50 of Two Idiots Reading Comics. Thank you for watching the show, listening to the show. We love your support. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe, rate, review on any podcast platform. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, literally comment anything to help the algorithm. You can tell us we suck. We don't care. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, 2idiotsRC. Facebook, 2 Idiots Reading Comics. And I think that's it. So let's get into the show. And welcome to the best damn book club on the internet. This is 2 Idiots Reading Comics, episode 50. Davis.
Yes.
Getting close to the end of our first year.
Man, again, I've said before that's an accomplishment I didn't think we would get to.
Nope. Figured we either be canceled or
either
or murdered each other, or your wife murdered us,
or we'd quit.
I mean,
it's just a lot of shit.
Even if we just don't have anyone listening anymore, it gives us an excuse to hang out for once a month.
Yeah, gets us together.
Yeah,
and hell, gets me reading comics that I probably would have never picked up, just because I wouldn't have had a reason to do it.
If I go into host mode real quick, that's the reason we do this podcast. So hopefully new listeners get books and shit to read.
Yeah.
So if you have any friends that you want to get into comics, suggest our podcast.
Yeah. These are really good starter ones.
Oh yeah.
We
read like fucking volume ones of almost everything.
Yeah.
So.
And our title applies, no, we don't know everything.
And we don't
pretend to know everything.
No, and we're not your 7th grade English teacher telling you what's that Great Gatsby where the green light symbolizes some bullshit.
Or the blue sky was talking about the author's depression and bullshit like that.
No, I'll just come out and straight out tell you I'm depressed. So
yeah, there's a lot. I remember I loved reading Edgar Allan Poe stuff for what he was writing. But anytime we discussed
phase?
I just liked Edgar Allan Poe stuff. But anytime our English teachers would talk about it, they'd go into these weird tangents of, well, this is what the author meant. And like, well, if he meant that, then
why didn't he
just write it?
Yeah. But back into conversation mode now. I think it's safe to say that Invincible is probably a huge successful show now.
Yes.
I think it's been renewed for.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah, it got renewed like after.
I think for two more seasons.
After episode 2 was over, they had already renewed it for season 2.
Well, they dropped the first 3 at the same time. So
okay, after that opening weekend,
whatever
that opening weekend they immediately the numbers were so high. They're like, yep, we got volume 2.
I think they've already confirmed been for 2 more seasons.
Wow.
Honestly, I think the only thing that kept it from not being talked about as much was running the same time as Falcon Winter Soldier.
Now going to be spoiler, Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know Sam Wilson became Captain America and you're on this podcast, then you've missed some stuff over the years.
Yeah. But what I think saved it, or not saved it, but like what made people talk about it so much recently was that it went 2 weeks longer than Captain America Winter Soldier, and those last 2 weeks were absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and
so people had to talk about
because Disney.
Oh, you haven't finished the show. I haven't finished it. There is some extreme violence on the last 2 episodes.
We did Invincible Volume 1.
Yes. And I told you
2 months ago.
Literally the week the show came out is when our episode came out. Cause
didn't mean to do it. Happy coincidence.
We tried that many times and didn't make it work out.
Fuck COVID. So then, past couple weeks, I watched episode 1. Yeah. Just episode 1.
Because I made you.
Yeah.
The last time we recorded,
I had just watched episode 1.
I think we had messed up and accidentally Oh no, you messed up and didn't turn your mic on in that episode. I was like,
Yeah.
let's just
Yeah, we
reset.
we
We're
ate
both
supper,
tired. Let's go eat dinner and
Yeah.
we can watch Invincible and shit like that.
But
And I
when
told
that
you,
ended,
it's the
when
last
that
10
episode
minutes.
ended,
You have to make the last 10 minutes and you'll be hooked.
shit hits the fan,
Yeah.
and you can tell the way they gave the dad's facial cues in the animated.
Yeah.
You can tell there's some fucked up shit coming.
Yeah. Well,
And
has come.
well, yeah, but from what I've seen, but when you read it, I don't get. I got it more in this.
We
one.
legit spent 30 minutes talking about how it's just a nice breezy read and pleasant and
it's so nice,
bad
enjoyable.
and stuff.
Doesn't click any of the cliches, and then
or it does them, but it was like embraced doing the
Yeah.
cliches.
and then watch the show. Hadn't read volume 2, and the father kills the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah. Which
Brutally.
we talked about. How the hell did they wait for releasing the graphic novels? Like
Why
me
would
and
you
you
not-
reading
why
me and
would-
you
yeah.
reading volume 1 was our first time reading anything Invincible. And we'd only read it because I heard it was good. It's from the guy who made Walking Dead. And there's a
Amazon was picking
cartoon
it up,
coming
yeah.
out. And so we read it and we were just like, oh, cool. Like,
Really
I'll
good.
probably check that out
Yeah.
eventually. And then, well, granted, I thought it was like the 5th issue.
No,
It was like
7th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was issue 7, which volume 1s usually go 6 or 7 issues. How you don't end
Yeah.
on that giant cliffhanger?
I
How you don't end volume 1 on that
Yeah.
giant cliffhanger? No idea.
Because if that had happened when we read it the first time, I would have instantly picked up the comic.
Yeah.
Like I would have gone
Mhm.
into the house and started reading volume 2.
And the way they did it, that last 10 minutes of episode 1 is literally all of issue 7. They spend the
Yeah.
entire issue introducing the Guardians of the Globe because up in the comic they hadn't shown up at that point.
Correct, yeah.
In the show they were there for like the first. That was
5,
the
10
fir-
minutes.
it was
and
like the
then-
first fight.
Because they were
They were fighting
the blue guys
the clones
at the
or
White
whatever.
House.
Yeah. And then the last like 2 pages is fuck, why can't I remember his name?
I don't-
Omni-Man
Yeah.
murdering the Guardians of the Globe.
Now, in the show, they definitely over dramatized it.
Yeah.
Not over it. I think it was actually very well done.
Yeah.
But they show the guys trying to fight back.
Yeah.
In
This-
in the comic, it
no
is
fucking chance.
heads come off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
and then the
Arm
head guy
straight through somebody.
then the head guy stand there going,
Immortal.
"You coward!
Yeah.
Why won't you?" And then dead.
Yeah.
And it's like,
He didn't even like. Oh, in the comic, he doesn't even like get taken to a hospital. Like they put up 0 fight against Omni-Man.
yeah, they didn't even get taken to a hospital.
Yeah. No.
In the
Because
show, he kills everyone in.
in the show, remember he collapses at the end because they fought
Oh,
back.
Omni-Man
Spoil-
does, yeah.
He gets taken to a hospital.
Okay, that makes sense.
Not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
but
In this, he does it
like
they
without breaking
don't
a
even,
sweat,
They don't even fight. They don't even.
get a chance to fight back.
Yeah, you've got the head guy of the Guardians of the Globe turns
Mhm.
around and goes, "You coward!" and dead.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm trying not to
I know,
blur
that's
the
why I'm
show
kinda
and
leading
comic
it.
together. But you also get to be, I think it's either Alan the alien or Gary the alien.
the
and-
one-eyed dude that was fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he goes around and he went to Uroth, or he went to Earth instead of Uroth.
or yeah,
In
I
the
feel
show,
like-
that guy is voiced by the Pineapple Express guy, and
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Green.
Seth Rogen.
No, Seth.
Seth Green is Doctor Evil's son.
Oh yeah,
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
He's got same last name as
no, same person.
same first. Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, he did.
He voiced
Zach and whatever make
Zach.
a porno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he voiced
That
the alien.
and
He's also like producing. He apparently is like a low key nerd. Like everybody thinks him as like
Yeah.
a stoner movie guy,
no,
but no, he's like a giant nerd. He's
Yeah.
he was one of the producers on this show, and he's also, I don't know if he's writing, but he's definitely like either a producer or executive producer. They're trying to make an Invincible live action movie. Which, if I'm the one doing a live action movie after that season 1 just came out,
I don't think
I
I
don't
would.
think. Yeah. Well, I
Because
think
you can't step up.
they were in both in production at the same time. Just
Oh,
or like
okay.
I think
Why would you?
they were writing the live action.
Why would you try to do both?
Well, I don't think like there were two different companies making them. I guess
Ooh.
one bought the show's rights and the other one bought the movie rights. I don't know.
Ugh.
I
No,
think
no.
there- I
If
think there
you're
is a
gonna
live
do it,
action.
you do one or the other. I don't think you need to.
Although if I could actually see J.K. Simmons play Omni Man,
Mm,
because what movie was it he got super ripped for? Was it Justice League? Granted, I don't think he'd get Omni Man shape,
he wouldn't get Omni Man shape, but he could get.
but that's definitely.
He would get that.
I mean, it looks like it was almost drawn for J.K.
that
Simmons.
dad.
Yeah,
That
the gray
50-year-old
and
dad just
and that mustache. Yeah.
cut, man. Yeah, he could do it. Nah, I would rather it be the animated. They can take
Yeah,
it.
I don't.
They can take it a little bit farther
Yeah,
and
I
do
mean,
almost everything that
I would
needs to be
hate to
done.
have to follow
Yeah,
that shit up.
I would not. I
Yeah,
wouldn't even
no.
attempt to.
Mm.
Okay, for me who hasn't seen anything past volume 2 or
Mhm.
episode 1, I had the feeling that the tester is coming back. The one-eyed guy that Mark fought in space. I feel like he's going to be a friend, or he's going to lead Mark to somebody that'll help with what I know is the shit show that is to come.
Yeah, that's kind of like the last 15 minutes of the last episode.
Okay,
Is
because I mean, I have not seen a spoiler that actually explains what I have seen. I've just seen the picture of Mark's dad looking down on his son, and they're both bloody as shit.
Yeah,
and I can just imagine what the show was
Well, I'm not
leading
gonna-
to, and then what this was leading to, and I feel
I'm not gonna spoil. He comes back at the end, and it was more of in the comic or in the show, it's a setup scene, basically leaving it open for another season.
of course.
But like, it's more foreshadowing for stories to come. It's not like in any. He doesn't come.
Large
He doesn't
capacity.
come back to fight anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, that
But
makes
yeah,
sense.
But your hunch is correct.
okay.
Yeah. Um.
How about the talking about cliches? The girl in the boy's room, and Mama opens the door.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was Did your? I don't know how to get to this.
No, we were
Donna,
we were kept downstairs.
You were kept downstairs.
Yes.
I was allowed to have one in my room, but the door had to be open, which was wild because I lived in the basement anyways. Like
So you were away from anybody.
so,
anyway.
like, let's just say every time my girlfriend at the time was over, my mom decided to do all the fucking laundry in the house
Yeah.
because my room was across from the laundry room.
Now, if I ever had a girl, it was kept downstairs, or if we ever went over to a girl's house, it was usually kept downstairs.
Yeah.
Unless it was a party, then things.
Well, you also never had the ability to fly, so or any
That
girl
is
you ever
true.
had over. So
Fly into my window, and that would have been wild.
I'm gonna let that sit in and be awkward for you. Do your parents listen to this?
No.
Oh, damn it! I know Skip does.
Oh.
That's my dad. If you ever hear me refer to Skip, shout out Skip. We have his
Skip.
graduation shout out coming up soon. Now you're getting another shout out. But yeah, no, that was funny. They talk about it a little bit in this volume, but that Amber girl that left him a note, she plays a big role in the show.
Oh, okay.
Although she's the black girl in the show.
Oh,
Her name
okay.
is
That makes
Amber.
sense.
Yeah.
What led her to do that in the comic?
What?
Leave
a
him
note?
the note. Just
I don't know.
because she liked him?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know he's on.
Because they,
Oh.
no, she doesn't know he's invincible yet, or at least
They
in the
play
comic
like-
book.
yeah.
I don't know. I assume they get into it.
Well, yeah,
further
but the
down
way
line,
it
which
goes
we're gonna
is just
do-
like,
I think we're gonna go to volume 4.
I'd say we figure out whatever they did for the show, and that's where we cut it.
Well, I heard on Fat Man Beyond they had him back after the season ended, and he said the main plot of the show ended around episode or like issue 13, which if they're doing 4 issues a book, that'd be
About volume 4,
three,
middle of volume 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can do 2 more, and
Yeah.
that'd be and see where it goes and lines up. And
Yeah. So, and 3 or 4 is usually where we
kind of we love our comics, but it gets
we overdid it with Venom.
we did.
Although I don't
way
think
too much Venom stuff.
I don't think that'll happen with this because he doesn't.
Kind of this is it.
He doesn't belabor a point. So,
But
no ricochet shots at Donny Cates, of course. But yeah, no. This still a lot of fun. I just can't get over that they didn't put that giant cliffhanger as the last issue of Volume 1. That blows my mind.
yeah, because when we read it initially, or when we watched the episode, you're like, yeah, that happens like issue 5.
Yeah.
And I opened the book and I'm starting to read. I'm like, did I get the wrong volume?
Yeah,
and then I'm like, issue 7, and it happens. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this happened deeper in than I thought it did.
How about the visit to Upstate University?
That was a weird.
That makes more sense in the show. They made it make a lot more sense.
Okay, because in the comic, it
Yeah.
just
Why the fuck was William so deliberate about being called William and not Bill or Will or anything?
I get it.
They didn't-
I mean, it's his name.
They didn't give it a payoff though.
No, they didn't give it a payoff. Like the last guy, I figured the last guy would have been like, William, whatever.
Yeah.
You want me to call you William? And then
Yeah.
the boy goes, okay.
Yeah.
No, but no, they just kept hitting that nerve, and I
can't.
That whole sequence was weird because
And that's what
both of them
does it
wanted
make
to-
me. Does he know in the comic
he
book?
found out.
That's when he finds out he's invincible, or does
at
he
the
know
end-
yet?
Yes, because the building cracks. That
Oh yeah.
robot commits suicide.
Yeah. They give that more of a backstory in the show.
Because
But,
the robot commits suicide, and then the guy there in the car, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I know you're invincible. Like
Yeah.
you just all of a sudden disappear when shit hits the fan."
Yeah.
Which what I love is like, okay, you don't have a dumbass friend.
Uh-huh.
So they go, "Oh, where'd you go?" Just happened to disappear as the shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like,
No, and then I'm trying to think.
but no, that whole sequence, like both of them wanted to go to that college.
Yeah.
Yet the entire time they're there, people are just shitting on them. Like the librarian doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, but do you remember how we treated people who came to visit our school?
Don't
We
come
told them not
here. Get
to come.
the fuck out of here. Yeah,
Yeah.
do not come here.
Proud alumni. But you still wear the class
still
ring
wear
as
it.
much as you didn't like it.
Yeah.
But
I enjoyed it for other reasons than school.
yeah, for sure.
But
But I mean, it's kind of hard to go super in depth because there's only 4 issues. That's why I wish there was a little more meat on the bone on the volumes. But at the same time,
they're good. Like
they're good and don't take long to read. But
I was trying to think.
what was the last issue about? Because we talked about the first issue was
Oh,
the alien,
all right, so in
then Uptown State, and
in
then
volume 1, you've got
killing.
the teacher turning kids into bombs.
Yeah,
This one has one of those kids. The
Oh,
final
that kid
kid
came
comes
back. but he's got like all
but he's
metal
entire
torso.
metal chest.
And he was
because
pissed
he
off
was-
at somebody, wasn't he?
The teacher.
Well, the teacher's dead.
Yeah, but he's pissed off at the teacher for I think doing it to him.
Yeah, but like he at the end fight somebody,
No, he's
or someone
gets
tried
drunk.
to punch him.
He gets drunk, has his chest shirt open,
Oh, he's peeing
and
on
he's
the grave.
peeing on the
Oh,
teacher's
and
grave.
then that's when
Then it flashes to 2 grave robbers going
Yeah.
to drink
Immortals.
something out of Immortal Skull.
Yeah, and then the
with
2
the
clone guys.
clone blue guys showing up.
Yeah.
And just kind of
We're taking that body, which they do in the show.
again, why reanimate clone it?
Well, he's immortal, so he's supposed to live, but like he's supposed to live through everything. I'll say they
Oh, is it gonna be a talking?
they don't clone it. No,
Oh,
they don't clone it, but at the same time, like he does come back. I'll go ahead and tell you that. So
so he's got like a Wolverine Deadpool healing factor.
Do you just want me to explain it to you?
Yeah, you're gonna have to because that one
Okay.
hurts my head.
They literally just like staple his body back together. Because in the show, he does like that. They staple his head.
Yeah.
Later in the they they make it deliberate. Like Omni-Man cuts his head clean off like that.
Right.
Well, the blue guys, they just staple his head back on and then like paddle him, like the electric paddles him, and get his heart beating back again, and comes back alive because he's immortal.
And it fuses his things back together.
Yeah.
Or he's still got staples holding his head together.
I can't remember, but basically he's alive again.
Oh, what if it's
And then
he
Omni-Man
lives, but he's still like the kid in Irredeemable, where he comes back
Oh, no,
comes
it's
back
not
to
like
life,
that.
but every time whatever fucked him up the first
no,
time.
It's not like that, but
Okay.
comes back, fights Omni-Man again, loses again,
Of course.
and then like one of like the things leading into season 2 again is the government has his body now, and they've stapled him back together to try to get him to come back.
to fight for a third time. Maybe
Yeah.
third time's a charm.
Yeah, but yeah, that was what that was about.
Yeah, but if we're gonna do this one, and it's gonna be a couple months,
Yeah,
because we're doing what is our continuous right now?
this one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 would make 3. Volumes 3 and 4 would make the continuous 3 months long, because I think we had a month in between when we did it for an indie.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to go ahead and watch the show just to get it.
Oh yeah,
I think I
definitely.
might have to go ahead and watch
Yeah,
the show.
definitely do that.
'Cause I've caught up on Bad Batch, all the Disney Plus stuff. Yeah. Ready to roll.
All right. Well, so that's all going to be our continuous for the next 2 weeks at least,
2 months.
or 2 months at least. Next week we are doing a book I'm currently reading.
And I'm going to start
monthly.
reading.
7 Secrets, Volume 1 just came out. At the time of recording, issue 8 just came out. Of course, that was probably over a month ago by the time you're hearing this. But
Well, yeah. Issue 9 should have come out by the time this comes out.
yeah, great story by Boom Studios. Definitely check out Volume 1 and
Yeah.
come back and listen to the episode next week.